Medical marvel to deadliest weapon. How did Keith McAllister die? Imagine stepping into a medical facility, expecting routine care, only for it to instantly transform into a scene of unimaginable horror. That is precisely what happened when a seemingly innocuous detail, a heavy metal necklace, an innovation in modern medicine that allows doctors to peer into the human body without invasive procedures. Magnetic resonance imaging uses powerful magnets and radio waves to create detailed images of organs and tissues. It is a vital tool for diagnosis. At NASA Open MRI on Long Island, the process was not only painful, but also isolating. After a while, she signaled to the technician that she needed assistance getting off the table. In response, the technician exited the room and returned with her husband, Keith, who dutifully helped Adrienne get dressed. However, what followed was a scene straight out of a horror movie. Why was Mr. McAllister allowed to enter the MRI room with a heavy metal chain? Why weren't the staff more vigilant? On prior occasions, the staff had been aware of Keith's large metal chain, revealing a startling gap in New York's healthcare oversight. Others shifted the blame to Keith or Adrienne, suggesting they should have known better than to ignore such a glaring safety hazard. The investigation is still underway. MRIs are designed with multiple safety features to prevent such mishaps. The tragic loss of Mr. McAllister unveiled a systemic flaw. The lack of mandatory inspections for MRI facilities left a loophole that allowed a lapse in safety protocol to go unchecked, resulting in an avoidable tragedy. It underscores the importance of stringent safety protocols and the dire consequences that can arise when even the most advanced medical technology is not properly managed. It also highlights the need for continuous vigilance, not just from medical professionals, but from patients and visitors as well. Before a scan, patients and visitors are typically screened for metal objects. The powerful magnet can be turned off if necessary, and warning signs are prominently displayed. The open scrutiny of this incident paves the way for positive change. It calls for a collaborative effort from medical professionals, regulatory bodies, and the public to ensure that Keith's death was not in vain. His story should serve as a catalyst for enhancing safety protocols, strengthening oversight, and fostering a culture of accountability. Only then can we hope to prevent such tragedies from occurring in the future. Furthermore, the MRI noise, often reaching over 100 decibels, can be deafening and disorienting. Or do you see some blame lying with Keith or Adrienne? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more updates. And stay tuned for more stories that will keep you informed and engaged. The incident raises questions about the effectiveness of existing safety measures. Story prompts us to reflect on the value of human life and the collective responsibility we share in ensuring safety and well-being within the medical community. It is a somber reminder that even in the face of modern advancements, vigilance, empathy, and rigorous safety standards remain indispensable. The adequacy of training and the broader issue of accountability in healthcare settings. It compels us to question how easily an oversight can lead to such a catastrophic outcome, and it underscores the importance of continuous improvement in medical practice. Moreover, the tragic outcome in this case emphasizes the necessity for a robust regulatory framework that extends to all aspects of medical care, leaving no room for oversight or misjudgment. It's possible that in this instance, the technician might have momentarily left the room for assistance, or that Keith, hearing impaired or otherwise unable to properly perceive the immediate danger, was unable to react in time to save himself, striving to piece together all the factors that led to this devastating incident. But one thing is clear. The death of Keith McAllister exposed a dangerous flaw in the system. The state's Department of Health confirmed a troubling fact. MRI facilities in New York are not currently regulated as part of diagnostic and treatment centers. This means they are not subject to routine, mandatory inspections. The lack of oversight allowed a system of checks and balances to fall apart without anyone noticing. According to her, the technician had even made light of it, saying, "Ooh, that's a big chain." If that's true, then how could they have made such a fatal mistake? Or was there a larger issue at play? And why did Keith not remove the chain before entering the room? The investigation began to uncover disturbing details. Adrienne Jones McAllister was scheduled for a knee MRI scan. Around his neck was a large 20-pound metal chain, which he regularly used during his weight training sessions. He had no way of knowing that this simple accessory would soon transform from a fitness tool to a deadly threat. As Keith stepped closer to Adrienne, the machine's powerful magnet suddenly grabbed hold of the metal chain. With incredible force, it yanked Keith off his feet, pulling him violently towards the machine. He was like a rag doll in the grip of an invisible giant. Adrienne watched in helpless terror as her husband was literally sucked into the MRI machine. She screamed for help, her voice echoing the horror of the moment. "Could you turn off the machine? Call 911. Do something. Turn this damn thing off." But those pleas were almost drowned out by the deafening roar of the machine as it pulled Keith deeper and deeper inside. She had been experiencing excruciating pain. Within a few minutes, he went from being a healthy, laughing man to someone who was clinically dead. He had suffered severe internal injuries. The chain had caused him to be strangled, suffocating him and severing his spinal cord. He was rushed to the hospital, where despite desperate attempts by doctors to save his life, he suffered multiple heart attacks and was pronounced dead the next day. An agonizing discomfort that had become a constant unwelcome companion. Now she hoped that with the help of modern medicine, some answers and perhaps relief were within reach. But little did she know that as the door to the MRI room opened, she was stepping into a nightmare, allowing conditions ranging from torn ligaments to brain tumors to be visualized. The benefits are clear, but with great power comes great danger. MRIs utilize immensely powerful magnets. These magnets, always on and creating an unseen force field, have the ability to attract and hold objects made of metal. It is this force, while enabling the MRI to produce its remarkable images, that turned deadly in the case of Keith McAllister, turned a cutting-edge medical machine into a deadly force. A man was violently sucked into an MRI scanner, suffering injuries so catastrophic he wouldn't survive. This isn't just a freak accident. It's a chilling, true story that has ignited a furious debate about safety protocols, human error, and the very real dangers lurking in places we expect to be safe havens. How could something so unthinkable possibly happen in a modern hospital? The details of this case are so shocking, so full of conflicting accounts, they will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about medical safety. Before we begin, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps our channel grow. And be sure to stay updated with our latest news. The heart of the matter, the role of MRIs in modern medicine. At the core of this horrifying tale lies the MRI, the incident that shook a community, the death of Keith McAllister. It was a seemingly ordinary day on Wednesday, February 28, 2023, as the skin commenced. Adrienne found herself alone inside the MRI room. Keith, eager to support his wife, decided to enter the MRI room. In mere seconds, the chain pulled Keith's entire body into the machine and the glass window shattered, unveiling the truth, the investigation, and conflicting accounts. In the wake of this unimaginable tragedy, the question on everyone's lips was, how could something so preventable happen? Adrienne recounted that this was not their first visit to Nassau Open MRI. The investigation cast a wider net. In the face of these revelations, the finger-pointing intensified. Some held the technician entirely responsible for failing to uphold crucial safety protocols. Erasing the doubt, unmasking the danger of MR is while the incident involving McAllister is indeed tragic, it is important to note that similar accidents are extremely rare. However, the core issue highlighted by this incident transcends any single individual's actions. Searching for answers, what can be learned? The death of Keith McAllister poses profound questions about the roles of patients, medical staff, and regulatory bodies in ensuring safety. On the other hand, it brings into focus the potential challenges faced by medical staff in balancing patient care with safety measures, particularly in high-stress situations. Most importantly, the conclusion, navigating the labyrinth of responsibility. The death of Keith McAllister is more than just a personal tragedy. It exposes the complex web of responsibility that underpins medical care. But amidst the tragedy, there is a glimmer of hope. Now it's time to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you believe the technician should have known better?